Oh, excuse me. Hey, Arrow.
How's everybody doing today?
Good, good.
Doing well. How are you?
Fantastic. I've been waiting for this because Tupac was huge in my heart then, now, and in the future. And to have a 5-part docu-series called Dear Mama, I hope you understand that you're going to bring this man back to the forefront of conversation.
Wow, we hope that's the case.
Yeah, I knew Tupac. I met Afeni when I was 15 years old and joined the Panthers, and she tried to chase me home. I thought they were going to give me a gun and send me on a mission, and they gave me a stack of books. And when I wouldn't go, Afeni became my big sister, my mom, all of those things from the time I was 15 until she passed. I was one of the Panther 21, the same case. She was arrested for a new Tupac when he was in the womb. And what's amazing is their effect then, but still now. I teach at Columbia University, and I've been on panels with white law students, right, who were born years after Tupac died, who, when they find out my relationship with Afeni Tupac, will start dropping Tupac verses. Mm-hmm. Because, I think what the documentary does is that their personal honesty, their story, and the way it's told here, the way they told their own stories and the way it's told here, the good, the bad, and unfiltered, resonates on a personal level. You really do understand that their life speaks to some part of your life in a really personal and powerful way.
I know how the Tupac movie changed me in the way I went back to the lyrics, and I'm expecting the same exact thing to happen with Dear Mama. I'm going to go back in there, and I'm going to hear different things, because you're educating us, not the headlines in a newspaper. You two are bringing it forward to us in a way that it should have been from the very beginning.
That's right. And I think you also, because we had access to all the music and the archives and the writings because of working with the Tupac estate and the family, even more so than anything that's ever been out there, we bring his lyrics to life, and quite literally sometimes, but also like the a cappella, when you hear a cappellas from even favorite songs, mm-hmm. up against like some moving score from our Academy Award winning composer Atticus Ross, it's a more intimate experience. I was never a big fan of poetry, but I became a fan of poetry in this journey because I never felt the words like that before. And when you take the beat, even if I loved, like Shed So Many Tears is one of my favorite Tupac songs of all time, and one of my favorite beats of his, you take that beat and just hear the acapella, it's a whole different feeling,
We've always known that hip hop was, the power of the street. It was street speak. And I, being here in Charlotte, I remember when hip hop came out where they didn't let us buy it in record stores, or it came with some sort of disclosure. And it was like, my God, and so today we can openly talk about it, but it's like, I don't want people to feel like that we have to keep it a hidden speak now. And you're stepping forward with this story.
Yeah, that's a great point, how revolutionary it was at the time. And so imagine the son of a revolutionary who's got that energy, who's raised to believe that you've got to fight to survive, but not just personally, but fight to change the world in a revolutionary art form, saying the stuff that he did that would range from Renda's Got a Baby to Dear Mama, mm-hmm. Totally opened up his heart to thug life, that I'm going to ride or die because that's the only way I'm going to survive. So all of that was incendiary, and Afeni Shakur was always in the government's bullseye because of who she was as a Black Panther leader and as a person who defended herself in the Panther 21 trial. So he was born in a bullseye, almost born in prison, and growing up in that bullseye and daring to say, even though I feel the sights on me, your rightful sights on me, this is how I'm going to live my life to the fullest, and this is what I'm going to say on behalf of oppressed people in my generation, and I don't care what you do, because this is who we are. This is who I am.
Mm. Don't you think that Dear Mama on FX also says, you have a voice, Mr. and Mrs. Viewer. Don't let it go silent. Use your voice. You know how to use it.
Yeah, especially in the times we're in right now, where one doesn't know up from down, and the moral compass has been turned inside out. Even our what we used to look, whether you talk about politicians or whatever, when you used to even look to artists to stand for something and stand out and ride for something. I don't really see that anymore. So Tupac was the last of a dying breed in that regard, and it's inspiring. And I think it's also a reminder to the youth and to the elders, whatever. Like, hey, listen, this is what this is about. This is what we should be talking about and representing. And standing on the side of like change and social justice and human rights, women's rights, and you saw what just happened with Roe versus Wade. We thought we had that. Look how quickly that went away. So this is an eternal struggle, and Tupac and Afeni reminded us of this fight won't be won in my lifetime. And I was naive enough to think it would, but doing this series, I learned that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, one of the greatest lessons I learned from Afeni, she said, Jamal, the goal of the Panthers is not to have every person in the black community join the Black Panther Party. We live our lives to show people the possibility of struggle, what they can do. And if we do our jobs, we won't need a Black Panther Party. We'll make ourselves obsolete because people will understand how to stand and fight for themselves.
Oh, I love where your heart is. Amen, amen, amen. Please come back to this show anytime in the future, you two. The door is always going to be open.
Oh, thank you so much,
Harold. Thank you so much. And to you and to your listeners, I'll leave you with the words of Tupac, keep your head up.
I love it. I love it. Be brilliant today, okay?
That's
right.